Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshef of Destruction. In the last episode, we boarded the Duel Express to make our way to the Domino Museum's Egypt exhibition. While on board, though, we were ambushed in the dark by PaniK, the player killer of darkness, to prevent us from reaching the exhibit and claiming our first Millennium item. We managed to break through his fiends in darkness just in time for the train to arrive at the museum. Unwilling to accept his defeat, though, PaniK rushed off to reach the Millennium item before we could. This time, we're chasing down PaniK and hopefully recovering our first of the 7 Millennium items. However, before we do that, I am here in the Moto Game Shop because there are two things I want to discuss. First is more technical. It's just, you may have noticed that my videos are now at a 1080p resolution rather than the 720p I used for my first 10 projects. This is part of the reason why I had taken so long between my Kingdom Hearts Let's Play and this to start recording again, along with having trouble finding time to do so, and updating OBS and having to mess with my settings to accommodate this. To accommodate the changes that updating OBS brought. The second reason that I'm here is because I want to enter in a password that is in both games, but is more usable here in the Tolerable Reshef patch. So let's get this over with. The code, and this is going to be in the description of the videos going forward, along with all the previous passwords I've entered. 767-92184. This unlocks Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, a card that was not in the original Reshef. If you enter this in the vanilla version, you get the Dark Magic Ritual spell card, which is not all that helpful to you, since you need to have Dark Magician on the field, and I think at least one other sacrifice to be able to use it, so not as good. This card, though, Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, while it has 0 attack and 0 defense, it does have a high cost, and that is because of its ability. She basically calls on a Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is pretty powerful. So much so that I think I will buy it. I may not have the most use for it, but a summoning of a strong monster is definitely something that I'm going to want. And I will just add to the summon, or sort by summon to get this, because it's still treated as if it were a spell card in the sorting, because it replaced the Dark Magic Ritual, and oh, the shop has 3 of these in, and they sell, because they replaced a ritual spell, they're dirt cheap to buy, so let's just get all 3 copies of that. And then, do I want to take out anything? I suppose 1 Hourglass of Life won't hurt to replace. Let's sort by quantity, that way I can easily get to it and move 1 to the deck. Did do a little bit of grinding off screen with the no-name duelist that we unlocked. Anyway, I will see you guys at the museum platform. Okay, so, what does this guy have to say? Here sleeps the power of the ancient pharaohs. I know that ancient power will make me stronger. I will become a guardian of darkness, as long as the pharaohs give me power. Okay, you're kind of weird. What do you have to say? Did a dark big guy come this way? Well, yes. He ran down the stairs here. Okay, when I first played this game, I fully expected you to be challenging us because he threatened you in some way, but hey, thank you for just moving out of the way.
Yeah!
Well, he got taken down. You've come for the Millennium Necklace. Yes, we have. Fine. The Millennium Necklace is yours. It is my duty to protect a Millennium Item, for I am a Millennium Guardian. You must prove yourself to me in a duel, to see if you are worthy of a Millennium Item. You will only get the Millennium Necklace if you can pass my challenge. Okay, so we're thrown into a duel right away, and I will just ante up one of our Exodia heads. And we have a pretty good thing to start out. The first of the shadowy protectors of the Millennium Items stands before us. Say hello to Millennium Guardian number 1. For the Guardian of the Millennium Necklace that can see the future, this guy is pretty weak. He specializes in dream and light monsters, which explains why he easily dispatched PaniK. That said, his non-tribute monsters are a bit stronger than PaniK's, and he doesn't rely on a field spell. His monsters range from 600 to 950 attack. Okay, thank you, Bear Trap. That took care of that. And let's... Okay, yeah, I had a feeling he had an Inkaboon. You can just play to your attribute strength, rely on any traps you've got, and you should be fine. And I'm not gonna bother with the Fairy's Gift. I know I would like to have the extra 1,000, just in case he turns things around, but getting the attacks in while he has nothing on the field seems more pressing to me. Oh, and he had a Dream Monster, of course. Should have expected that. Oh well. Because of my grinding, I should be fine, I think. Yep, he's going down real quick. Alright, and... yeah, I probably should have learned my lesson from that the first time. Oh well. Nothing to it. Deck capacity increased by 10. 400 Domino obtained. Necrolancer the Time Lord was obtained. Decent, but we've got better. We're still clumsy and unrefined. But deep within you, I sense, it's supposed to be sense, I sense a faint glimmer of hope. You have proven yourself. Take this. It is yours. And we obtain the Millennium Necklace. What is this? That image I just saw. Yep, that's kind of an upgrade considering the most that we got for like cutscenes and sacred cards was just a few monster sprites coming up on the screen in the overworld and then rushing into somebody to indicate they were defeated in a duelist. Seipher, you saw it too, didn't you? Yes, I did. Reshef the Dark Being will destroy the world. What Shizu said really was true. And my other self. But why? We have to hurry. Yeah, Yugi, we can't sit around mulling over what the Millennium Necklace showed us. I mean, that future is only set in stone if we let it be set in stone. If we don't, there's going to be a world of trouble. Let's go back and see Shizu right away. Oh boy. Hey, Kaiba. So the merry band of losers finally have a clue about what's really going on. Shizu visited my big brother. She wanted to get him to get the Egyptian god cards back. Mokuba, keep quiet. The title is champion and the strongest cards. Only the most powerful duelist is worthy of these two things. And that duelist is me. I will recover the Egyptian god cards quick and easy. I bet you guys are happy that my big bro is gonna help you out, huh? Mokuba! What is it, Seto? I have no intention of teaming up with these clowns. Big brother, listen up, you fools. A real duelist doesn't need help from a bunch of cheerleaders. All of you should count on is your own strength. You guys are so weak that none of you can survive alone. You expect me to team up with you losers? Don't make me laugh. Let's go, Mokuba. Wah! Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that arrogant voice and get a laugh going, especially when it's so weirdly written. But anyway, we have Mokuba Kaiba and Mokuba helping us out. But now I want to actually challenge this guy. Or, no way, I'm not a duelist. I came here for the exhibition. Okay, well, I guess he's not a duelist. I guess that guy that I talked to before we faced off with the Millennium Guardian was, and I forgot to challenge him. Oh well. And look, a Kaiba wannabe. The road to victory lies in combat. With this duel, I will finish you. Okay, I had a feeling you'd accept my challenge. Let's just... I know I haven't really shown a lot of on-screen duels, at least with no-name opponents, but I figured might as well show a few when I can. Let's use Toadmaster to quickly swarm the fields. Well, this is certainly working out, I think. Hopefully we'll be able to draw our Maiden with the Eyes of Blue soon so that we can get a decent, well, get the blue eyes up on the field. But we seem to be doing just fine, I think. On his LP, dual victory, the capacity increased by 10. So a single-time duelist, 200 domino, petite dragon. Okay, not good. Haha, acting tough didn't do a thing for my strategies. No, it's okay. I now know that I can't win just by pretending to be Kaiba. Yeah. Well, at least you learned. You don't have a good deck, to be honest. Anyway, let's go back to Domino Square, or the Clock Tower Square. And while we were told to go see Ishizu to progress the plot, I want to head over this way to Kaiba Corp headquarters, because now Mokuba's here. My big brother isn't here. He's investigating the Millennium Items. He said there's another group also looking for them. And we can actually challenge him. Seto isn't here, but don't underestimate my skills, or you're gonna pay big time. Alright. Another Exodia head for Auntie. And we get the Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, so we can show this off. Activate the effect. It doesn't have any special text like most effects, but we'll just set that, and I suppose I should explain. Seto Kaiba's kidnapping victim little brother is hanging around for a duel and is surprisingly tough at this point, given he's usually a joke duelist in other games. This is Mokuba Kaiba. His deck uses a variety of different attributes supported by decent spells and traps. His non-tribute monsters have 1100 attack or less, and he likes to focus on effect monsters like Legul. To attack directly, and Skalengal to allow him to draw cards. He also makes use of Monster Eye to prevent you from using temporary effects and abilities, and Darkness approaches to allow his side of the field to reuse his effects. So, all in all, pretty solid, I think. Let's just wipe out his Blue Eyes Silver Zombie with our Golem, and then get a huge hit off with the Blue Eyes that was summoned. Unfortunately, that is the one downside of Blue Eyes. Because it is a light monster, it easily gets taken out by shadow monsters, meaning even a Karibo can fell it, so not the best, but hey, we can deal with it, I think. Even if it is just one attack, or one direct attack, a Blue Eyes is nothing to sneeze at. Now... well, I guess my notes on him were a bit wrong, because he's played 800 attack and 900 attack. Oh, there's an 1100. Okay, well, let's just finish this. Easy peasy. Dual victory. Deck capacity increased by 10, so he's a single-time opponent. 1000 domino, so another password to make up for the one I used, and Witch's Apprentice. A rather weak-looking card, but it does have a permanent effect. It powers up dark monsters on your side of the field and... well, sorry, on both sides of the field, and powers down light monsters on both sides of the field. So it can be pretty strong. It basically gets to 1050 attack without any investment from anyone else, so kind of strong, at least for the early game. Arg, I can't believe I lost. But believe me, my big brother won't lose to no Seipher. That's odd. I'm a busy guy. I don't have much free time. Yep, can't duel him again. So, with that, let's head back to Ishizu and talk to her. I am glad that you have returned safely. I see that you have obtained the Millennium Necklace, despite I think it being on your sprite. Unfortunately, it is not sufficient. A single Millennium item does not have enough power. Not enough to restore the Egyptian god cards from stone. The next Millennium item... oh, hey. What is this presence I'm feeling? I am the Puppeteer of Doom. I won't let you meddle with Master Shelvosky's plans. Duel! Okay. Getting quite a few duels today. And we're getting the chance to start things off. I think I'll just throw Weather and a Bear Trap up on the field. The manga Eliminator is no longer in possession of his Kaiba puppet. This is the Puppeteer of Doom. Like PaniK, he uses Fiend and Shadow attributes, typically a Fiend type, to take advantage of the Yami field. His non-tribute monsters range from 700 to 900 attack, so hopefully you've been training. And he won't be much of an issue. Pretty much, we can safely, I think, take care of this. And I'm going to put up my negate attack just in case. Well, that wasn't good. Alright, well, he is mainly relying on the attack boost, so we should be fine, I think. Malevolent Nuzzler, okay, so that's a power-up. But it wasn't enough to get his monster above 1500 attack, so we should be fine, I think. Let's summon our Tatsunu. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I should look into getting that replaced, because right now, one tribute for 1350 attack is not looking all that great. Okay, easy peasy, dual victory, deck capacity increased by 10, 600 domino was obtained, blue-eyed silver zombie was obtained. Okay, a decent fiend, though I think I've got a few better. Gah, don't get all cocky just because you beat me. This is an invitation for a challenge from Master Sol Chvalsky. A videotape, or Maybe a card? This card. It's a video card. Try setting it in your dual disk Seipher. Yugi, that seems like a terrible idea. What if it implants a Trojan virus? Whatever. Bravo! I say, bravissimo! Congratulations. I guess that both my agents have failed me. Ha ha ha! I had a feeling you guys will be a thorn in my side. But why fret when I can make a game of this? Here are the rules. Let's see you turn the Egyptian god cards back from stone, and bring them to my castle before time runs out. If you don't make it in time, I can't vouch for what happens to the world. How does that sound? Ha 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 ha! Well, that should seem familiar. One eye and silver hair. Who do we know in the Yu-Gi-Oh verse that has one eye and silver hair? He resurrected Reshef, the Dark Being. But we cannot worry about that now. Time is of the essence. The second Millennium Item must be found, so that we can restore the Egyptian God cards. That is the only way we can defeat Solshavalski, and imprison Reshef, the Dark Being, again. Seipher, please find the next Millennium Item. Yes, we will. Thank you. The next Millennium Item. Go to Domino Pier. The Millennium Item should be aboard the cruise ship. I mean, it's a big pier. I'm sure there's more than one cruise ship there, but whatever. We'll deal with that. With that, though, I'd say we've reached a stopping point. Next time, we head to the port of Domino to track down our second Millennium Item. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.